to my channel. So it's another video. We're gonna test a product today and we'll see its consistency, its blendability, and if it's worth our money. So if you're curious what I have purchased, I went to morphebrush.com recently and I've purchased this 8W Warm Master Palette. So this 8W Warm Master Palette is a blush on palette, but in this video I will be using this as my eyeshadow to add colors into my eyes, and yeah, like overall, except for the base, face prepped, as well as my brows. Showing you once again the box. On this side right here it says 8W Warm Master, and on the other side is the brand Morphe and its weight. On the back side it says it's still the same with the name and a very specific details. This is the package right here. It says Morphe, and on the back side is some of the details of the palette. And look at that, it's so gorgeous. So it's a corally peachy kind of shade. It sold me. So you could see their labels. There are labels under every shade. You get 3 shimmery shades and 5 matte shades. So this palette consists of 8 shades. The price is $20 and it weighs 28 grams or 0.99 ounces. Here's a clip taken from morphebrushes.com. So first is, you can see they laid all of the shades together without the packaging, followed by the image where they put, or they've shown swatches from different skin tone, from lightest to darkest. And since this palette has its own shimmery shade, this is intended to be, it's a blush on palette, guys, but it has a shimmery shade, so we could create a look using this palette too. So to start off, we will be grabbing this apologetic shade right here as our transition shade. It's a blendable kind of pigmentation, and so far it's not giving me any harsh lines or harsh pigmentation. Grabbing this MUA right here, we're just gonna pack this shade on top of that unapologetic to intensify the look. So same goes here on this side, outer V, and then drag in the center or middle, and then back and forth. I'm gonna blend some more this edge, this part right here, using this sweet, like a skin tone, pinkish undertone shade. That sweet shade would help us neutralize the color and eliminate the harsh pigments that are unnecessary. Let's get back to the upper part later, but first let's proceed to the lower lash line, grabbing this MUA shade and pack it next to the lash line, making sure that my lower V and my upper V's are well connected. See this provocative shade right here is so gorgeous. So I'm gonna drag the provocative color from lower outer V going to the upper outer V. Now I'm gonna apply a shimmery shade on my inner V towards the center using Babe shade. This side right here is without setting spray and the other side is with setting spray. This side right here is without setting spray. I did not spray any setting spray onto the brush, and the pigmentation is there. It's not intense, but I'm not seeing any fallouts at all. perfect, no fallouts. It's just, this is a kind of shimmer that if you want very intense, you have to build it up by layers. Using a Morphe continuous setting spray. Now I could see a little bit thicker kind of pigments using the setting spray. So it's a bit thicker, but still sometimes when you use an eyeshadow, right, and it's wet, it feels not even at all. But this one, it glides on smoothly onto the skin and it applies evenly. I could really tell that here is more intense than this side right here. See? Anyway, so I think I've had enough with the color, so I'm just gonna pop in some of my lashes and I'll be right back. So for the blush on, we will be grabbing this gold shade right here. It's a corally pink shade, which would look perfect onto our cheek. So I'm gonna be using an angled brush for the blush, just tapping it, distributing the pigments, and yeah, it is pigmented. I like the color. It's not so intense, and it looks super like pink here, but once you applied it, it blends perfectly. Using this MUA shade from the palette, looks like it will be a perfect shade for a bronzer. Here's my brush here, and then tapping it gently onto the pan so it won't grab a lot of pigments, and then just swipe it here. So my final thought is, as you can see, I love the packaging. It's black and white. It's just so clean, and it's really heavy for a $20 palette. And look at that selection. So gorgeous, so pretty. It's like all shades that you're looking for in one palette. You got the transition, the apologetic, you got the these three here could be your transition and a bronzer as well. So it's really pretty, super pretty, and you got the shimmer right there. The only thing that I wish they included is a mirror. So it doesn't have its own mirror, but the selection of colors are fantastic. The pigmentation, so let me swatch to you one matte and one shimmery. So for the matte, I'm gonna be swatching Provocative, and this is how Provocative looks like using the finger. It's very pigmented, and it's a, like I've said, it's a blendable kind of pigmentation or pigments, and it feels so buttery soft onto the hand, and it doesn't look patchy or even powdery at all. It glides on so smoothly. Now we're gonna try a witty shade, the shimmer right here, and the texture is still buttery, but I could see powders resurfacing or surfacing, and look at that. It's like I've said, it's a blendable, buildable kind of pigments. First application, it's not that intense, but once you use something to improve the shade, then it will show. It's a bit patchy and powdery, but when I use the brush, it looks different. The performance was different. It was easy to apply. It applied evenly, and maybe it's just a matter of how you apply the item and what are the items you use to apply the product. So that was my final thought. It's worth my $20 for 8 shades, and I hope you find this review very helpful, and if you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button, and if you're gonna purchase something from Morphe, please don't forget to include this palette right here, as it is really pretty. And yes, that's it guys. See you on my next post, and I love you. Bye.